Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you in the month of December, since it is Christmas time and the holiday time, about the new adventures of Batman and Superman, the Batman part, Holiday Nights. So, this is a very unique Christmas episode. Unlike in Batman the Animated Series, where it was just a standalone one episode where the Joker wreaked havoc on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, 1 to 2. This one is broken up in segments, an anthology, and it's really cool. You get to see different members of the Bat family doing things with different villains and during the holiday time. But this was what's also so interesting is that this is when the show decided to move from Fox Kids and go to WB Kids. Back when WB Kids, they was upset. Well, WB was upset with the whole Animaniacs thing on Fox Kids, and and then that led to them creating their own kids network, and they brought all their properties over to the WB Kids, and one of those is Batman. And so they decided Bruce Timm and his team was going to revamp the show. They combined it with Superman, so it's kind of like a Power Hour type thing. And so they decided to redraw every character with all these new designs, and so for a lot of fans, this is kind of whoa, they got complete facelifts and everything with different costumes and all this other stuff, and the tone was much darker. And so, for me growing up, I didn't know any of this because I didn't have cable. So when it left Fox Kids, that was the end of Batman for me until I did get cable my senior year of high school, and then Batman Beyond was on doing reruns. And I'm just like, whoa, what is Batman Beyond? And then there were no reruns at that time of the New Adventures of Batman until it went over to Cartoon Network for Toonami. So I was able to catch whatever episodes they had on there late on night on Saturday nights. But I still wasn't fully, didn't know what was really going on because every episode wasn't shown. But my first true experience of the New Adventures is from the Batman Beyond Return of Joker movie. I'm just like, man, what is going on? And then, so I know a lot of fans, when they did see this on TV, they was even shocked more, especially because this episode, for some bizarre reason, on the DVD, it airs before the introduction of Tim Drake. So that left a lot of fans confused. I don't know which one aired first on TV. Also, there's some continuity weird issues because Batgirl is now shown in a different costume and shown now on the show, so it's kind of oh cool, so they're showing more of her, which I was so happy because in the third season when they introduced her, I just wanted more Batgirl episodes. I've always loved Batgirl. And then of course in this episode they I know fans was been confused because they're well, why is Dick Grayson so tiny now in a different costume? It's Tim Drake. And then the Joker had one of the biggest redesigned faces of them all, and it was just people were probably what the world is going on? Also, Clayface makes no sense in this, and I'll explain why. So, it's broken up in segments. So, the first one is December 22nd, and Bruce Wayne is at some type of rich people charity event type thing, and he's talking to a friend of his from the New Adventure, from Batman Animated Series, one with red hair. And so I forget her name, but he's talking to her, and then she's all all those women are swarming you, so they start swarming him, but he gets away from them. Now before this happens, we see Harley Quinn and Ivy. They're stuck up in a rat's motel, and they have no money because they're hiding out from the law because they just broke out of Arkham and stuff. And Harley's upset because she wants a real life Christmas, but they don't have no decorations. She also wants a real life Christmas tree. And Ivory doesn't do real life Christmas trees because she's she's all for trees and nature and plants and stuff like that. But they don't even get a plastic one. So Ivy tells her we're gonna have the best Christmas ever. So now back to Bruce Wayne. And so when he's leaving the party thing, he no, before he leaves, a woman kisses him in silhouette. It's Poison Ivy. When he gets outside, they talk to him, but he don't know who it is because he's not even paying attention to the women. And then, so next thing you know, something persuades him to move backwards, right? He's under Poison Ivy's like poison spell type stuff. So basically, in this episode, they use him and his wealth to get like tons of gifts and clothes and stuff against his will, and he is not happy at all by this. He is trying his best to fight it, but he can't. And then so it's this cute little montage of them trying on different clothes, and it's like really cute how they do that, right? And so then after a while, he starts the spell starts to like wear off, and then he said he had enough of this crap. And then so they gonna re-kiss him to put him back under the spell, but then he fights his way away, and he falls down the elevator shaft. And at first Harley's all like upset, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, we killed them. But then they're like, we're gonna kill him anyway. So they leave, and then next thing you know, you see a hand reach up, and it has a black glove. He changed in that outfit, and he's ready to get them, boy. So then we see them drive away, and he's swinging through the air, and then so they freak out, and then they run into like a toy shop and stuff. So it's like this cool atmosphere, right? Everything's dark. He has his flashlight. You can barely see what's going on. And then all of a sudden, he starts getting whacked by like all these big toys and stuff by Harley and Ivory. And then right when they're about to get him, like, cause he's been getting knocked around left and right. So then he takes out his redesigned like grapple thing, and then he shoots it at the tree, and then he pulls it as hard as he can, and the tree falls right on top of both Ivory and Harley. And Ivory's all like, you got your tree, are you happy now? And then like an ornament pops like Harley in the head. She's like, yeah. Stuff. Oh, I miss this version of Harley and the actress who played her. She did that woman justice. She brought a fictional character to life with just her voice. Now, a lot of the other actresses, they do a good job too, but there's just something about Arlene Sorkin that was just like the best, you know what I'm saying? Now it's Christmas Eve, December 24th, the Batgirl episode. So, like, I was so happy to see this, and we see Barbara, right? And so, like, she's now voiced by Tara Strong. I believe it's Melissa Gilbert in, like, the 3rd season. And so, like, we see Detective Bullock and Detective Montoya, and they're doing the whole Santa thing. So he's Santa and she's like one of his elves. And so like it's nice to see Montoya back, and now she's a detective. She's voiced by a new actress this time. And so like he doesn't want to be there. The kids have been crying all day because he's such a grouch. And like so one kid's all like, are you really Santa Claus? And he's like, sure I am. You want to see my gun? And then Montoya slaps Harvey and everything. So then like there's a little girl in his lap, right? And she talking about how she just wants nothing more but for her dad to get out of prison. And then when he asked her last name, he's like, crap, I sent her dad to like prison 3 months ago. This stuff. So he gives her like some money to buy whatever she wants, and she's all like, can I buy my dad a gift too? And he's like, sure, as long as it's not like a hacksaw. So then the reason why they're there is because there's been a bunch of thefts, and they don't know by who. So then we see like these little boys running around the store, and they're stealing jewelry and stuff. This catches the attention of Barbara. So she tries to stop one of them. She grabs their arm, and then it rips off into like clay. And then I'm just like, well, hold up. Could this be who I think it is? So then like all the kids run around, and when they get cornered, they morph into like Clayface. Now, this is what's kind of confusing. Never in the Batman animated series was it ever shown that Clayface can separate his body into individual people and have them do things far, far away. That's never been shown. That's not even how it is in the comic book for Matt Hagen. But I think that's one of the powers of another Clayface. So they always do amalgamations of Clayfaces when they make their Clayface on the show. Also, the last time we seen him we thought he died because remember them chemicals didn't really take on him, and then he went outside and got absorbed by like the water. But then we saw that he survived that, but then he just left the woman that he was with. So apparently he came back and he's back to his thieving ways and stuff. So he tells Bullock and Montoya that, he's the one behind all the thefts, and it's great because he can like split himself into different people, and then he can blend in with the crowd, and nobody suspects it's him. So at this time, Barbara is now like transforming into Batgirl, and they show her actually like changing behind something where you see like her naked arm. Oh, Bruce Timm. Oh, Bruce Timm. Like, there's so many mini skirts in this episode. It's like a shame. And then, so as he's finna kill Montoya and Harvey, Batgirl stops him. But of course, she's no match for him because the dude's like 10 foot tall or whatever. So, I forget how, but they make their way outside. I think she knocks him over and they bust through the window, and then she does like a flip outside, and then when she tells everybody to get back, like he slashes her back and rips off her like her cape. And so like then Montoya and Harvey, they get outside and they just start shooting them, but of course the bullets don't do nothing. So she sees a Santa display on top above of Clayface. She tells them to shoot that, and when they do, it falls on him, electrocuting him and everything. So he's out for the count, and they take him away. And then the most hilarious thing happened. They still got to recover all the jewels he stole. Well, he sticks them inside his belly. So, of course, Montoya is not going to do it. So she makes Harvey roll up his sleeves and do it. He is not happy. Christmas Day, December 25th. And it's a Batman and Robin episode. And so they're at Commissioner Gordon's office. And right from the start, it's kind of like, why is Dick Grayson tiny in a different costume? It's not. It's Tim Drake. They should never aired this out of order. I don't know why they did. Because the next episode explains how Tim Drake became Robin. Also, Nightwing is absent in this episode, which is quite a shame. So, like, what is it? He shows them a tape. It's the Joker, the redesigned Joker that nobody liked, dressed as a referee, talking about how he's interrupting the football game to get him a special announcement. At midnight, he's gonna stop killing people for a whole year. So he said for New Year's, he's going to murder as many people as he can. Oh no, wait, I don't think this happened on Christmas Day, did it? No, this happened on New Year's Eve. Never mind. This happened on New Year's Eve. So it's December something or another. It's 30 or 31 months in this month. I don't care. Anyway, so it's New Year's Eve. And so he stole it, some type of supersonic bomb. It's been revealed, and that they have to have these special ear mufflers to sound out the music. So of course everybody's gonna get like their eardrums blown out on like Christmas Day. New Year's Day and stuff. So Batman and Robin, they go and look for him. Now this message on the TV was also shown in Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker when he tried to match the voices and stuff. That's a cool little nod. I remember when I saw that Batman Beyond, and like I didn't know why they picked that. And then when I saw this actual episode, I'm like, oh, it came from that episode. So they're looking for the Joker at the New Year's Eve party, but there's a problem. Joker has disguised everybody at the party with a Joker mask. Now, why in the world would these people put on a mask of a serial killer? That don't make no sense, but it's for the plot, so whatever, just roll with it. So Batman's having a hard time figuring out who's who until he spots 3 clowns with sound mufflers on. He takes out a batarang, he smacks Joker in the head with it, then him and Robin, like, they fight. And I always wonder, how in the world is that teeny tiny Robin, who's only like 10 years old, able to fight these giant goons that are like 6 foot tall and 300 pounds and stuff? So anyway, they fight, and what's odd is that, so the machine device is finna go off, and so Batman sees some champagne and he short circuit. I can't say that 2 times fast. Short circuit. There I go. The machine. So Joker surprisingly shoots him in the arm, and they show it. I'm like, how did they get away with that, especially on the Christmas episode? And this is a kid's cartoon, for crying out loud. So they show that, and then the cork of the champagne pops in Joker's eye. That happens before he shoots him. So then Joker's all happy and smiley, but his something happens. I think like a bullet hits like yeah, that's what happened. So, okay, this is what happened. So, first the Joker's finna shoot him, and then the cork pops in his eye. His hand goes up, and a bullet shoots out the gun, and it hits like some rope. Then he shoots Batman, and as he's joking, getting ready to shoot and kill him, the giant bell like lands on the Joker and breaks his arm. So then now it's New Year's Day, and we see like this little diner, and we see Commissioner Gordon go there, and there are three like people singing. Ironically, this is the cameo of the creators, and they're actually singing. It's drawn to look like them: Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, and Glenn Murakami. I think that's how you say his last name. And so the dude clears them out so Commissioner Gordon and his special guests can come, because they do this every year. And then in comes Batman, with bandage on his arm from being shot. And so they're talking about how this is a tradition. They do this like every year. They meet up, they have coffee, and then they hope they can do it next year and stuff. And then so when Gordon's about to order his chili cheesesteak, or Philly cheesesteak, whatever you call it, he turns around and Batman's gone, and he's pissed because Batman paid for everything, right? And he's all like, one of these days I'm gonna beat him to the check. So he walks out of the diner, and we see Batman swing on out. And it's a pretty cool episode, I gotta say. I love that it was an anthology. I love that it was broken up into pieces. You get to see everybody do something. It's very similar to what's gonna happen into that Justice League episode and stuff. Bah humbug, that was a good episode. Alright, everybody, I'll talk to you later. Bye.